J'appelle ça la super chocolatine. C'est excellent.
Bonjour à tous. Bienvenue à la Belle French Bakery. Je suis très content de vous accueillir dans un de nos laboratoires. Donc, comme vous le savez, vous êtes venus tous pour faire une petite classe démonstration pour la pâte à choux. I'm actually going to do it in English, I'm sorry. See, we talked earlier about French. Oh, thank God! I was too much in my French right now. But I'll make you guys happy too. I throw some French un peu par-ci par-là, on verra. Welcome everyone and thank you for being here. So today we are making pâte à choux. Pâte à choux can be made for various type of products, but we're making the Chouquette. Why we're making the Chouquette? Just because that's an easy one that's going to be quick enough with the time frame that we have. Everybody loves Chouquette as well. Like, I gotta talk about those guys because first that's Benjamin. Benjamin, I know him for a little bit now, and recently he was bugging me with, hey, can we do a class French pastries? That would be so great, you know, with Apéro Denver. And like many people reach out to Label to do some events, some little stuff, and it's hard to pick sometimes, you know. And we do the best we can with the time we have. And for I don't know why, but this time when he told me that, I said, you know what? Yes, let's really do it. C'est parti, on le fait. So the origin of you being here is because of Ben. Wow. So thank you, Ben. I would like him to explain what he does with Apéro Denver and who is that group of people, just so you guys are aware of it.
Thank you, Julien. So my name is Ben and I represent the Apéro Denver. We have a website and we have Instagram, we have a WhatsApp group where we actually meet every Thursday, different bars, just for the opportunity to kind of like network, discuss and talk in French. During the COVID, a lot of people wanted to try baking by themselves, making pastries or bread, and found that it was very difficult. And I put one and one together and thought, like, wow, I know Julien.
This is really about engaging in French culture and experiencing something different, something that's cultural and from France, where you can practice your French language and also your baking skills. With Chef Julien, we're very honored to have here with us today. And just so you know, we put on a lot of events at the Alliance Française, and we will actually be doing a joint Arapahoe, so happy hour, on April 25th at the Alliance at Galapago, or Galapago site.
The monies that were raised today from our ticket sales help with our foreign exchange per student program. So right now, in about 30 minutes, we have a group of teenagers from Breast fans that are at Union Station getting ready to leave. But 2 weeks ago, their counterparts from here in Denver went over to France, and I just got chills thinking about all the conversations I've heard on chats and how rich both experiences were of being in France, coming here, their counterparts coming over here. So thank you for your contribution to creating that energy and love with those kids to keep going.
When we spend money, it's okay, we can get it back. What we cannot get back is our time. And the time for me to be here today on a Sunday where my family is home, you know, it's precious. And this is what is charity and non-profit. You know, when we talk non-profit, money needs to be involved, of course. Your contribution when you bought your tickets are going to help people. But everyone behind the scene, working and spending time, this is something we're not going to get back. So truly we're doing it with the heart. So I hope you do appreciate that. All right. Going to add the butter. Bien sûr, bien sûr. All that goes all at once. What you have left will be your eggs and your flour. That's good right here. So yeah, you see on the recipe that you start with the milk and water, butter, salt and sugar, and you want to bring that to a boil. When you make small quantity, it's a lot more precise. The bigger you make, the more room for mistake, I would say, you can do. And picture you do a very small batch. You do a small batch, you start to bring to a boil, it's going to be very quick, right? So then the butter, if it's very cold, it won't melt right away. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure everything is melted together before it boils. Okay, so 100 Celsius is at sea level, start to boil. Okay? in altitude, it's 85 degrees. 85 degrees is not to boil. So you're gonna have something that is boiling before it should. Okay? And that's going to go from liquid to steam before it should. On a small batch, it won't matter too much. But it's good to have it in mind because the whole concept of the pâte à choux is to have liquid. We're gonna have flour, and then we'll add eggs.
I've tried at altitude, and I've been more successful making macaron at altitude than ever I was at sea level.
Okay.
It's easier for me up
Do
here.
you know why?
I have no idea why.
That's because Denver is super dry.
Oh, right.
And the biggest difficulty for macaron is that there is humidity in it, and then you forget. It's all melted. It's all melted, so I'm just gonna wait for a boil. Who's familiar with the concept of la Belle? So la Belle, when I started la Belle, I'm using all my trauma from before to create something with that trauma, you know? And one of the things that's been very heavy for me in my career is to work at night. Working at night. Travailler la nuit, c'est dur. Et c'est pas tant que c'est dur sur le fait de travailler la nuit, c'est les conséquences. The consequences of working nights, to me, are more damageful than actually work at night. Like, we can do it, you adjust your schedule, you're fine. You just like, you're away from everybody. Like all my youth, I didn't go out. I was working every weekend. Like as a pastry chef, you work on Sunday. Every time you work on Christmas. Like anytime people celebrate, we're working. And then the consequences of family. Like I don't put my kids to bed, you know. And then like I don't get the breakfast with them. And then like so it's all you live outside your life, you know. And for me, that was something I needed to change in order to keep happiness in the pastries. So I wanted to do something where I work during the day, and obviously that's difficult as a baker. And I also wanted to create something that I don't want a small bakery. That's not who I am. I want a company. I want something big. I want to do big things. I don't want to do small things. So this is when, as it's boiling, you're gonna add the flour to it, and then you're going to mix it. I did stop this, so just for the practicity of it, I'm going to remove it from the gas. Yeah, that is okay. We're going to add the powder. And we're gonna mix it. So you see that when you mix it, it's steaming here. So I'm doing this for a specific reason. You're gonna mix it to remove the most heat possible, because whatever is warm and liquid will be more liquid. So if you keep this very hot, first for your eggs it's not necessarily good, but on the small quantity it's not that big of a deal. But it's more for the consistency of the pâte à choux at the end. You're gonna think it's ready, but it will not have enough eggs to it. The atmospheric pressure is different in altitude.
Okay, that's not needed.
So you need less levain because there is that pressure that's automatically is there. Okay? So there's a baking powder like at the end.
Yeah, I thought it was flour.
If you use the same recipe, baking powder as the sea level, it may explode too much.
Yeah, okay. Maybe that's
This is what. The two things in altitude is atmospheric pressure is different, so baking powder, yeast and stuff can change, and the boiling temperature. Everything else, on top of my head right now, there is no difference. So you see here, like, it starts to get like a dough. It's not ready, but it's getting there. I'm sorry? I'm gonna show you why. So this is when recipe is one thing, but if you look at here, I have something here where there is the baking and the time, but then it says here, you are the professional. Add time and notify your sous chef if time temperature needs to be adjusted, because we work with living products. like the recipe is good, but you need your eyes. You need to have your eyes because the little details. We always said the pastries is a lot more precise. This is true. Let's say you have everything, but it's not shiny. You're probably a little bit under eggs. I see when it's ready. That's why the 700 is the base for you, but then you need to adjust it based on how dry was your dough. If you're making a small batch and you're like, I need to add a little bit, but it may be one egg may be too much. Those recipes, you add too much eggs, the recipe is done. The only way to fix it would be to remake a batch, and then to add for the dry to add some more eggs. So what you can do, you take an egg, omelette, there you go. Omelette, and then you add a small portion of it. So, see the shininess. You see, so that comes together, right? Yeah. Okay.
So one triangle, not two triangles.
No, but here I can add one more. I'm gonna add one more. Un gros triangle. The mixing, you don't have to mix high speed. Once it's fully incorporated, you don't need to overmix. You could also let it mix at first speed for a period of time. It doesn't affect it really. As soon as you're ready to pipe, basically take it, because that can dry and create a little crust. You don't want to have that. So if you're not ready and it's spread like piping bag or something, and let's say it takes long because you have kids around, and then let it mix. It's okay too. You see it here? So now that wants to stay as a triangular shape. You see it, right? Okay, and so now it's ready, it's going to be pipeable. And we're ready to actually get some action. C'est parti. You can add a round tip if you prefer. But here, again, it's not necessary for what we're making. We're going to cut something like this on that side. The bigger you cut, the less control you're gonna have. The smaller you have more control, but if you go too small, it's not good either. And then we're going to be piping some small bowl. So the way you're doing that, you're gonna touch it first. Then you're gonna go up a little bit. And then I stop, then I remove. Just like that. Don't hesitate to be generous. So then you have your chouquette. Are you guys ready to rock?
Yes.
Like go a little bit lower, higher here.
Comes up?
Yeah, just like that. And don't move the piping back, just press. Trust me, press. Don't move. Press. You see how it creates a ball?
Yeah.
Stop it, and then move. There you go. Ah, c'est beau. C'est beau que tu fais un peu à la maison. Hein.
C'est bon, ma chérie?
Quelque chose après. Et si t'as besoin d'expérimenter sur ton four.
Okay, so what's your name?
Darren.
Darren? Okay, Darren, what do you do?
I'm an engineer.
You're an engineer? Awesome. So what made you want to take this class today?
I am very, very passionate about all things French, the French language, culture, language, food, all of it.
That's awesome. Awesome. That's really cool. Well, thank you so much for joining. What are you most excited about for today? Getting to eat it, probably?
I love learning new things.
Yeah.
That's my
Awesome. Awesome. Do you love baking? Do you bake at home a lot?
Not very often, honestly, but I have in some situations.
Okay.
In certain,
Awesome.
Inspiration takes me.
I love baking.
Okay.
My dad is very French. I was born in France, and every time I go and visit him, we always get chouquettes. So this felt like a good little connection between me and him to be able to send him a photo of chouquettes. I'm excited to see if mine are burnt more than anything, and if they rise properly. I want to see if it's as close to ish what I'm used to eating in France. So when I make
My name's Anita.
Anita? Okay, Anita, do you like to bake a lot?
I do like to bake.
You like to bake a lot? Is that why you wanted to do this class?
Well, I think that the products that you sell here at Belle are like the best pastries that you can find in Denver, so I was very excited to learn from your kids.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for that. So you're a Belle regular then?
Pretty regular.
Pretty regular. Which location do you go to?
This one.
This one? Awesome. Do you get a lot of frozen stuff or do you?
Yeah, I get frozen stuff, and I know Julianne mentioned about people not sure about that.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time I came here and I got the frozen products, and I was like, wow, that's kind of weird, but I took it home and it thawed beautifully in the fridge, and it was a big hit at the dinner party that I was having.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being here with us today.
I'm working for free here, but it's with pleasure. We appreciate Chef Julian's time. He's amazing. Looking forward to more. People loved it.
My name is Bradley. I'm with Denver Sister Cities as a volunteer. I'm a real estate investor on the side.
Okay.
But I volunteer with Denver Sister Cities to help adults and young adults either do exchange programs or put on a lot of events here locally. You know, it was just only recently I decided to join Denver Sister Cities on a trip to France. Then I got involved with the French committee that does things with our sister city over there. And then this is a fundraiser for a youth program. So it was very generous of Chef Julien to create this opportunity on a Sunday when we're usually doing family or something else to raise a few funds for our exchange program with teenagers. So it's very valuable.
Yeah, and what are you most excited for today?
You know, learning how to do French pastry because I don't do it.
No?
I'm sure some of us are low-carb people, but it's just so beautiful to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what it was, just even where they're adding the eggs and talking about the chemistry of it, and talking about the science of it, and just, you know, how to be a better baker or creator. That was really beautiful.
Yeah. Do you bake a lot at home or cook?
None.
None. Do you think you'll start?
Belle Bakery, 3 locations.
Wow, the Chouquettes are coming out amazing. But yeah, they're looking really, really good. This is awesome.
And then we need to let it cool off. You can eat them. You can eat them now if you want. Wow. But what time is it? I think we have time to make a shanty. Yeah. So we can also. We don't have to feed them. We can just dip it in the shanty.
Oh,
so it's up to you guys. You can eat them all right away, or you can wait to make a shanty. Okay?
I was dip.
Cheese, like you can add cheese
Je crois que ça dit qu'il faut commencer avec des éléments froids, c'est ça? Ou les éléments froids.
Go right in there. Okay, did you have fun?
Mom, see, you never trusted me, but Mom, I made them. Kinda. Like that. I supervised. All right, I didn't do anything. I just put them together. It was a great event.
Good.
Love it.